All right, drone video for a large tract at the Jesse James project. This is tract 5. It's about 20 acres in size. That's the large power line that crosses over the tract. In a minute, I think we've spliced in a map to kind of show us how this is laid out. There we go. So tract outlined in the red and white line. The dashed lines you see are road easements giving you access to and through the property. We are in the drone video. We're parked on the west side of the power easement. We're going to do a video, fly over the west side, fly over the east side, kind of check out the general area. This tract actually has a large level area on the west side, and oh, there we go, there's a topo map. So there you can see the property. The black line is, again, that large power line easement. If you look on the west side, there's an unusually large level area, largest level spot around. As you go easterly from there, it slopes down toward the power line, then it slopes down steeply, and you have that little creek bed crossing over the property as well. It slopes up as you go east from that. So this particular drone video, this is an early spring video. So we're seeing just a few of the leaves on the trees here. It's funny, if you look on the west side of the power line where it levels out, the trees are about half leafed out. If you look at that slope right there, there are very few leaves. So that just has to do with the position of the ground and the temperature. So those trees that are on the flat ground collecting all that great sunlight throughout the whole day, staying a little warmer, they're about half leafed out. In the lower lying areas and on the slopes, those trees aren't yet. So you'll see that for about a week, maybe 2 weeks in the early springtime. And then all of a sudden, all the trees have leaves. So west side, again, like we said, a large flat area, which is unusual for the Ozarks. Mostly hardwood, some cedar as well. When you look on the topo map, it kind of appears that it was probably an open meadow at some point, and it's reverted back into timber over the last 50, 60, 70 years. So a few small natural clearings. You can see those white trees, those are the dogwoods. They're about the first to leaf out. That larger clearing, I believe, is actually just north of Tract 5. But you could certainly create your own clearing, since a portion of the northwest side of this property was a meadow at one point. It probably wouldn't be too bad to bring that back. Extremely private. The hunting out here is phenomenal. Camping and recreation is great. You do want your four-wheeler or your side-by-side to get to this property. So now drifting easterly. So from here we're sloping downwards, and we're going to have that small creek bed that crosses from north to south over the eastern part of the property. There's the creek bed right there. So that's almost certainly going to be a seasonal creek. In fact, it doesn't look like there was any water in it when this drone video was taken, but it's clearly a gravel creek bed, so you're going to have some really cool rock features in there. There are definitely caves in this area as well, so that would be a great place to look for caves. And again, the trees you see without leaves, perfectly healthy trees, they just are in a position where the temperatures are a little cooler, especially in the evenings and overnight, and so they're taking a little longer to get their leaves. So kind of a cool time of year to take a drone video. You get to see the trees in every different stage, all in one shot. Amazing for hunting. The deer hunting speaks for itself out here, but one of the big secrets is the turkey hunting is phenomenal. There's the side-by-side parked just at the tree line on the other side of the power line easement. So if you've been looking for a very private tract, mature timber, great location, and this is pretty awesome. We have not yet hiked down to check out that little creek bed on this property, so feel free to do that. Snap a few photos, and we'd love to see them. Excellent size property for hunting and recreation. 20 acres is just a really good size. It's big enough where you could have a few different food plots that aren't necessarily adjacent to each other if you don't want them to be. Create a nice private camping site in there somewhere as well, or multiple sites. You just have a lot of options on a big tract like this. Check out the website. If you have any questions, please let us know.